Morning, friends. Morning, morning, morning. Morning to our friends on YouTube joining us for this Call to Calm multicast or simulcast. It's great to have everybody here. Hi to everyone who's been here for 1,296 days. Hi to all of you that are here on day one. It's a pleasure to have you. Pleasure to have you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We'll just give it a few seconds, wait till everyone hops on, and then we'll get started. Fantastic. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Just want to give it a few seconds, wait till everyone hops on, and then we'll get going. It's 52 degrees outside today. It's a little chilly. No humidity. It's like we've gone straight into fall for 2 days. And then, of course, Mother Nature in Tennessee will once again decide that it's been a bit cold for a bit too long, and we'll start to have humidity again. But this is the beginning of it. Good morning, Lou. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. A lot of ground to cover. Hi to everyone on YouTube. Thanks for joining me over there. Super happy to be with you all. Grateful that you woke up today. All right. So, couple of things. First of all, this has been an incredibly powerful week for Call to Calm. Love to all the Zoomers. Thanks for just always having a place in a space where we can really, truly explore the depth of what it means to be personally empowered, to live a life of self-sovereignty, to be unique, to be independent, and to really allow our uniqueness and our independence to be the avenue through which life comes into being. So thank you for that gift. You know, this week, more and more, we're beginning to realize that actually there is a power within us that everything has been distracting us from. And this power is this power of this light, this love, and this presence. It's our natural state of being. And so the reason why all of this outside of us, the manifest material world, everything that you interact with, the world of the five senses, the reason why all of this is lovingly known as the illusion is because everything outside of you is a distraction from your own natural vibrational state. In today's world, we have a lot of conversations and dialogues about high vibration and low vibration. They can keep those conversations. I'd rather live in a world where we are aligned with our natural vibrational state. Because when we're in our natural vibrational state, our body heals itself. When we're in our natural vibrational state, we have access to intuition and guidance. We have clarity. When we're in our natural vibrational state, we're peaceful, we're loving, we're empathic, we're kind. When we're in our natural vibrational state, we actually realize the potential and actualize the potential of what it means to be a human being. And so I couldn't be more excited that as a community, we've reached this point of accessing our natural vibrational state. So before we go too deep into it, just take some breaths. And just allow your entire physical body to relax. And if you're with me on Zoom, of course, you can interact with me. Leave me a 1 or a yes in the chat. When you begin to feel a shift in your state of being, you begin to become aware of your natural vibrational state. Your natural vibrational state. And realizing now that over the course of 1,296 or 97 days, that you have been empowered increasingly through the love and acceptance of yourself, in your individuality, in your uniqueness, to access this natural vibrational state. Now, why is this important? Well, because nothing belongs to you at the level of your soul. There is no suffering at the level of your being. There is no illness, there is no disease, there is no diagnosis. There is no imbalance. So when a human being pulls their attention and their focus away from what's happening outside of them. And they begin to stop this compulsion, end this incessant compulsion of needing to fix, heal, change, and improve in order to be liked and loved by others. They then begin to recognize that, well, hang on a minute. I can't rely on anything outside of me. I have to start to turn within. I have to start to focus my attention and my energy and my resources on the cultivation of this inner relationship with this natural state of being. You deserve to live an amazing life, every single one of you. But while you're continuing to use the world, others, situations, and circumstances as a benchmark, you're never going to realize that life. Because everyone around you is delivering to you some ideal or some version of life and living, quite honestly, that just isn't sustainable. At some point, you have to realize that being yourself is sustainable. That being who you are is sustainable. That where you come from, this infinite energy and light, is sustainable. So from this place of conscious awareness, from this place of connection, just allow yourselves to become aware of where you have had old accidents or traumas or surgeries, or just giving your body your attention. And allowing this natural vibrational state, peace, calm, presence, everything we access every day, to begin to overflow from you out into the world around you. Allowing this natural vibrational state, which is infinite light and love and power and potential, to fully express itself through your emotions, restoring harmony and balance at the level of emotion. To express itself through the body, your body becoming a reflection of who you are at the level of your being, your soul. Allowing your natural state to express itself through the mind. And allowing your natural state to be expressed uniquely and individually through you, you beautiful human being. Through your ego, through your identity, through your personality. Recognizing that your individuality is the key through which the greatest contribution can be made. Being human wasn't the booby prize. Being human was fundamentally a case of tag me in, coach. They're going to go through some things. Tag me in. I'll be an individual. I'll be unique. I'll be empowered in myself. And from that place of being empowered in myself, I will allow this natural vibrational state to express itself through me. So the reason why this natural vibrational state has eluded people throughout the ages is because they've been trying to get there through a technique, through a teaching, through a modality, through imitating some guru, some teacher, some healer, some person who they've believed has realized something. When, of course, the entry point has always been your humanity. It will always be your individuality. It will always be your uniqueness. Good. Just leave me a 1 or yes in the chat and Zoom if you can feel, or if you're beginning to become aware of the fact that now this natural vibrational state is expressing itself beyond the confines of emotions and feelings. It's restoring harmony and balance there. It's restoring harmony and balance in the body, because that's what it does. It's restoring harmony and balance at the level of the mind. And of course, your personality, your ego, and your identity is becoming an avenue through which it can be expressed, it can be articulated, it can be shared. So actually, everything that they told you that you had to get rid of has now become an avenue through which you're able to be of service, an avenue through which you're able to uplift others. And what's happened is, we've come into a place of accepting and loving ourselves so much that we've stopped wasting our time trying to be different. We've finally embraced the potential of who we are and how we are. Leave me a 1 or yes in the chat and Zoom if you can see that. So what comes into being from here? Well, it's funny you should ask. You've known yourselves through the lens of the created self. You've known yourself as the person who's overly accomplished or who just gave up. You've known yourself through the story. You've known yourself through your past lived experiences. You've known yourself through the eyes of others. You've known yourself through other people's expectations and assumptions. However, you have not ever truly known yourself. And so what's going to begin to happen is you're going to begin to cultivate a deeper relationship with this natural vibrational state, which is really what you are. Now here's what's fascinating. Love really is a neutrality. People classically confuse love to be this romanticized, hormone-infused version of love. Love really just isn't that at all. It's just a neutrality and equanimity. Love is actually a manifestation of the being, the soul that you are. It's always in harmony. And so what's going to happen now is that your life is going to become a reflection of the love that you are. It's going to become a reflection of this being that you are, of the soul that you are. And the more you allow your life to reorient itself around that natural vibrational state, the more you realize that you actually don't have to change anything. Everything just kind of takes care of itself. Now, of course, if you're in a situation that isn't loving, that isn't kind, that isn't respectful, then you have to find a way to safely and gracefully exit that situation. But for the most part, you're going to begin to realize that you've been living your life according to others, to public perception, to your self-image, to who you believe you need to be accepted and loved. After a while, you'll stop playing the game. You'll stop numbing yourself, dumbing yourself down, and gaslighting yourself. And you'll begin to just be the love that you are. You'll begin to just be the love that you are. And at that point, when you begin to just be the love that you are, it's miracle season. I'm going to show it to you. Just allow yourselves to continue to relax. And we're just going to humbly and lovingly ask that everything in our lives be aligned with the love that we are. That everything come into harmony with who we are at the level of our souls, our beings. That our lives now begin to become a reflection of that potential, which is infinite. Recognizing that there is no greater power than the power that's always dwelled within us. We've just been so fundamentally distracted from it that we've forgotten that we're the source of it. Let me know when you start to get hot, when we start to feel electric. Some of you may have some fear moving out of you. But what you'll begin to notice is that this natural vibrational state is alchemical. It's catalytic. Actually, the more you stay in it, the more it returns everything to harmony. The more you stay in it, the more everything becomes a reflection of it. So just allowing ourselves to totally embody it, resting in the awareness of your breath. Every inhalation and exhalation allows you to become aware of your natural state of being. Your natural state of being. And in the presence, in the awareness of my natural state of being, there's no suffering. There's no scarcity. There's no struggle. So for those of you that are ready, just imagine for a moment that you could just allow this identity that you've created, this person that you believed that you needed to become in order to be liked and loved by others, to participate in the cult of family, the cult of society, the cult of religion, the cult of spirituality, the cult of personal development, the cult of work, where you have to surrender your individuality and your autonomy, just allowing that layer to fall off of you now. Until all that's left is your natural state of being. Until all that's left is who and what you really are. Of course, when you're in Zoom and you're live with me, let me know how you're doing in the chat. For those of you on YouTube, come on over to panachesci.com. Come and be a part of the most empowered community in the world. A community of individuals who are radically empowered in their uniqueness. So just allowing yourself to become aware of your natural vibrational state. And allowing yourself to live every moment of your life from this place and space. What would happen if you stopped numbing yourself through one form of addiction after another? If you stopped dumbing yourself down, meaning that you stopped denying the world your truth, your expression, your love, the totality of all that you are. And if you stopped gaslighting yourself, you stopped walking around thinking that you were crazy, or that you're the problem, or that there's something wrong with you, when really, you are infinite light, love, and power. What would happen? So this morning, just allowing all of the addictions to fall away because we don't have to distract ourselves from our natural state of being. Also, we're done participating in the cult of family, the cult of religion, the cult of society. the cult of spirituality, the cult of personal development, the cult of work, career, calling. We're done. So we don't have to punish ourselves for not fitting in, for not belonging, because we never will. And anywhere where you have to be different, change the way you think, change the way you feel, change the way you look, change the way you speak in order to be somewhere, you know that there's some form of conformity at play. And guaranteed, lo and behold, if you play the game, suffering. Well, there are no games that need to be played here. You do you, boo. Just continuing to rest in the awareness of your breath, celebrating your individuality, celebrating your autonomy, celebrating your self-sovereignty, celebrating your ability to think for yourself, to feel the way you feel, to live the way you live, to be the way you be, to have what you have. Let me know in the chat when you begin to feel almost like a solid and consistent movement of energy through your bodies. And also that the addictions that you've been engaging in were just ways of punishing yourself for never fitting in, never belonging. Well, you were never going to fit in and never going to belong, so you can stop punishing yourselves. You're never going to do it right. You're never going to say it right. You're never going to be the right version of you for other people. Ever. So your natural vibrational state also frees you of addiction and the need to be addicted, the need to numb yourself. It also frees you of the need to censor yourself and diminish your expression in any way. And most importantly of all, it frees you of the need to invalidate yourself and make yourself wrong. Good. How many of you can see that you don't have to numb yourselves anymore or engage in any kind of addictive behavior? Let me know in the chat. If you're on Zoom, let me know. That's wonderful. No longer need to numb ourselves or engage in any kind of addictive behavior, because we no longer have to punish ourselves for never being able to live up to somebody else's version of who we're meant to be. We're never going to be that. Good. All the bottles of alcohol being poured down the sink, and everything else that you've been doing, thrown away, discarded. Because there is no greater high than your own natural vibration. And it's free. The only thing is, in order to be in alignment with your natural vibration, you cannot engage in numbing yourself anymore. Really good, everyone. And now just seeing yourself telling everyone in your life the truth, which is just sharing your own unique perspective with everyone. They don't have to hear you. They don't have to utilize it. You're just delivering into the world your own individual sense of what it means to be a human being, how you feel, what you think. And then finally, recognizing that there's everything right with you. Look at you. You're an adorable human being. There's everything right with you. There's everything right with you. You're not crazy. You're not wrong. You're amazing. There's everything right with you. Feeling a sense of self-confidence and self-belief returning to you. So I no longer need to numb myself. We no longer need to numb ourselves. We no longer need to participate in any addictive pattern, habit, or behavior. We choose our natural vibration. It's better and infinite. We no longer need to dumb down who we are or censor ourselves or edit our individual experience. If people ask you how you're doing, tell them the truth. If people ask you how you feel, tell them the truth. Share your individuality. It's why you're here. And we also know that there's everything fundamentally right about us. That there's everything fundamentally right about us. That we were created perfectly in order to live our lives. And that we're going to stop participating in the cult of family, the cult of society, the cult of religion, the cult of spirituality. Anywhere where you have to acquiesce your individuality. Anywhere where you have to conform. We're just not going to participate in it. Because it just leads to suffering and invalidation. How many of you can now feel almost like this powerful wave or current of energy flowing through you? So what you're beginning to experience, first of all, is how adorable you all are. Secondly, what you're experiencing is your natural vibrational state. Ta-da! Your natural vibrational state. This is how you are. This is how you were born to be. It's how you were meant to live. So what you're experiencing now is just the tip of the iceberg. And all I want you today is to keep coming back to your breath and to keep remembering that you don't have to numb yourself anymore. You're never going to fit in. You're never going to belong. And who wants to surrender their independence and their individuality to fit in somewhere anyway? Nobody. That you came here to deliver your opinion and your uniqueness to the world. It doesn't mean that anyone needs to listen. But you're definitely an individual. And boy, the world could use your uniqueness right now. And then finally, there's everything right with you. I hate to break it to you. Wait, let me just be, I'm going to be that version of the mechanic. You take the car in, they sit there just stroking their chin for 5 minutes. Well, I can't find anything wrong with the car. Which is typically the opposite experience of what happens when you take your car into the mechanic. Ooh, that, when they start groaning, it's going to be expensive. Ooh, ooh, Cyril. Ooh, ouch. Wowie. Wow, wow, wow. But now it's like, I actually can't find anything wrong with you. You're actually amazing. You don't need to be fixed or changed or improved. You can now just revert back to your own natural state of being. Good. I'd love to know how you get on with this today. So if you're on YouTube, come back and post a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Yay. All right, you beautiful humans, how are you feeling? How are my Zoomers? How are you feeling? We're not going to numb ourselves anymore. We're not going to dumb ourselves down. And we're not going to gaslight ourselves. From now on, you're wonderful. And there's everything right about you. And I hate to be the person that has to break it to you, but it's true. You're adorable. Look at you. And so just noticing how liberating it is to finally be okay being the individual that you are. Giving the cult of family back their membership card and their t-shirt. Giving the cult of your family and friends their membership cards back and their t-shirts. Giving the cult of society back their membership cards and their t-shirts. The cult of spirituality, religion, back their membership cards and their t-shirts. Revoking all memberships and all participation in all things where people need to alter you in order to love you. Or people need to alter you in order to accept you. Just handing it all over. Excuse me. I no longer wish to be a member of the cult of work. I like being independent. I like having my own thoughts. I like feeling my own feelings. I like dressing the way I dress. And I love the way I look. Thank you very much. I'm adorable. Look at me. Is everything right about me? I can't wait. Watch out, world. I'm excited for you. All right, Laurel. Stop typing Om Shanti, golden heart emoji. Have we really been doing this for 1,296 days? Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, thank you all. Love you all. Thanks for being the most empowered community in the world. Let's do it, shall we? Close your eyes, you beautiful, adorable human beings. Open your palms. Good morning, sweet friends, and welcome to another Call to Calm meditation. Today marks the end of addiction. It marks the end of conformity. It marks the end of self-censorship. And it marks the end of gaslighting oneself, trying to convince yourself that you're crazy, or that you're wrong, or that you're in need of fixing, healing, changing, and improving, or that there's something that you fundamentally have to understand. Instead of engaging in all of these distractions, we're just going to realize that the world really has nothing to offer us. That every time we try and fit in, and we surrender our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our minds, and our bodies to some collective group, some collective ideology, some collective dogma, some way of being that's external, in order for some shred of approval or love, or marginally even 5 seconds of acceptance, we suffer. We suffer. After a while, we have to realize that the world fundamentally has nothing to offer us. And we have to find the truth within ourselves. And what is that truth? Well, you see, there's a natural vibration within you. It's infinite. You're not high vibrational. You're not low vibrational. You have a natural vibrational state. And that natural vibrational state is your own authentic frequency and resonance. I wrote a book about it, funnily enough, called Soul Signature. Go figure. And you begin to access this natural vibrational state when you finally come into the conscious recognition and realization that you're enough. I did it again. I wrote a book called You Are Enough. Check it out. It's funny. So when you actually realize that you're here to be uniquely yourself, that you'll never be good enough for people in the world, but you'll always be good enough for you, and then you realize that you don't have to deny yourself, you don't have to engage in self-deception anymore, you can just be the unique individual that you are, think your thoughts, have your feelings, live your life, look the way you look at you, adorable. Then you stop suffering. And you begin to access this peace that never leaves you. You begin to become aware of this energy, this vibration, this presence that's infinite, that's your natural state. And so today, I'd like you to promise me something. Please stop numbing yourselves. You no longer have to engage in all these addictive patterns, habits, and behaviors because you're done trying to fit in and belong. And you're done punishing yourselves for the fact that no matter how hard you try, you never will. Please stop dumbing yourselves down. Speak into the world your own unique perspective, your own individual truth, which is why you are here. To be an individual, to be unique, to be adorable, to be you. And then finally, surrender. Surrender the illusion of brokenness that keeps you insecure, keeps you depressed, keeps you anxious, keeps you off balance, disconnected from your own intuition, your own guidance. I can't find anything wrong with you. You're beautifully unique, and you're exactly the way that you're supposed to be. Close your eyes, you sweet collection of humans. You diverse, expansive manifestation of life itself. Become aware of your breath. Just relax your bodies. Resting in the awareness of your breath transforms your life into a living meditation. Your life is actually a meditation experience. Becoming aware of your every inhalation and exhalation. And allowing yourself to become aware of your natural state of being. Your natural vibrational state. This morning, I'd like to introduce you to your soul. Standing in front of you, standing at the edge of your bed, in front of your meditation cushion or chair, is a golden luminous silhouette of you. Just acknowledging the presence of this golden luminous silhouette of you with you now. Radiant, resplendent, one with all that is, pure love, infinite energy, infinite potential. The most magnificent thing you've ever seen. Your own light, your own love, your own being. You. This morning, we're going to promise this part of ourselves to stop numbing ourselves. As of today, we will no longer engage in any form of addictive pattern, habit, or behavior. Just breathing and relaxing, and just allowing the rejection or the abandonment, the pain or the trauma that led to the need for this numbing to begin in the first place, to just wash through you. I will no longer numb myself. Will no longer engage in any act of self-harm. Will no longer show my body any level of disrespect or unkindness. We're going to make another promise. I will no longer dumb down or water down who and what I am in order to fit in and belong. I will be an individual. I will be unique. I will think my thoughts. I will have my feelings. I will look the way I look. I will live my life. I promise to be an individual. And I promise to authentically share my unique experience with others of being a human being. I don't expect them to get it, but I just acknowledge how good it feels for me to be able to articulate my own uniqueness. And then finally, I'm going to stop gaslighting myself, stop making myself wrong, stop living in the delusion and the distortion of brokenness. I am wholly and perfectly right for myself, and I've been created perfectly to live my life. I've come here to have my own unique experience, and I am done surrendering who and what I am to fit in and belong anywhere or with anyone. Giving yourself permission to think your thoughts, to have your beliefs, to feel what you feel, to look the way you look, to live the way you live. A way that is authentically aligned and congruent with you. Allowing yourselves to unplug from conformity and instead celebrating your individuality and your uniqueness. Continuing to rest in the awareness of your breath, allowing everything to wash through you, and realizing for the first time ever that your suffering actually has nothing to do with you. Your suffering has to do with the fact that people your whole life have been trying to turn you into somebody other than you in order to accept you and love you. You begin to feel this golden, luminous silhouette of you, acknowledging the receipt of these promises. It just gives you a nod. Strong, silent type, your soul. Just nods at you. Maybe winks a little bit. Message received. And all of this light, all of this love, all of this presence begins to merge with you. You begin to become aware of it. Your natural vibrational state is revealed to you. In the moment you choose yourself, your suffering ends. In the moment you choose to be unique, your addiction ends. In the moment you feel comfortable in your own skin, the illusion of brokenness falls away. One with your power, one with your light, one with your love. In your individuality, in your uniqueness, connected on a conscious level to your natural state of being. Feeling strong, whole, complete. And recognizing that you live on a planet of individuals that are all a part of the same light, the same love, the same presence. Yay. Take some breaths and just notice how you feel. Noticing how it feels to choose your own natural vibrational state. And to recognize that your individuality was always the answer. Your uniqueness was always the answer. Your authenticity was always the answer. How many of you are present to a sense of freedom? Dare I say it, liberation? Good. All of this is only going to continue and get stronger within you. As of today, there is no addiction in your life. There's no numbing yourself down. There's no making yourself wrong. There is just an infinitely expansive, natural state of being. And there is your beautiful individuality, your beautiful uniqueness, beautiful you. All right, today's Wednesday. I can't believe it. If you're on YouTube, head on over to panachesci.com. If you want to interact with me and type in the chat and spend time, come on over to the Cultivating community and register for the link. It's perfectly available to everyone in every way, every day, which makes my heart happy. Also, just a reminder, today's Wednesday, we've got a group alignment session. What is a group alignment session? Group alignment session is your opportunity to be supported by me individually in a group setting. In the event that you are ready to be free, maybe rearrange your day to be there. Also, tonight, for those of you that are in Impact's our 3-month mentoring program. We've got our Spirit Mastermind. Can't wait. So, send you all my love. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And remember, you're no longer going to numb yourselves. You're no longer going to dumb down who you are or water down your individuality or the uniqueness of your expression. And you're also no longer going to walk around like there's something wrong with you, when actually, in truth, you were created perfectly in order to live your life. Sending you all a big hug. Thanks for being adorable. Thanks for thinking your own thoughts, feeling your own feelings, looking the way you look, living your own lives, while at the same time remembering that we're all a part of the same light, love, and presence. Sending you all a big hug. Be well.